I heard about Christian Healthcare Ministries when I was at a Christian men's conference, happened to be in Dallas, and I stopped by the CHM booth. Our family had never really had much of a health crisis. I never really thought too much about health coverage. I always just took what I had got from my employer and what was provided to me. We signed up for the CHM Gold program, plus the Brother's Keeper. Now, at the time, we had no idea how critical those choices would become. But because God is sovereign and in control, as we look back, we see that that was a critical choice for us to make, and God really led and guided us into it.
First time we learned something was wrong was when I went to see my osteoholistic doctor for a back adjustment, and I asked him about an odd feeling I was having between my ribs, and he thought it was odd enough to order a CAT scan.
Well, the first thing that ran through my mind when I learned Barb had cancer was that she was in trouble. And then I went online, did some research, and it was scary because it was pretty clear that she might have less than a year to live. And as we got reports back from doctors, there was nothing that was different than that. As she had more tumors than they could count, and they were in multiple parts of her body. Well, despite her stage 4 liver cancer, Barb didn't really look sick. The doctors couldn't find the primary for her cancer, so we were careful about what we shared about her diagnosis as we continue to look at treatment. That helped us ease the children into the reality that Mom had something wrong. And we also aggressively pursued changing her diet and adding supplements so that her immune system could get stronger.
Right now I'm feeling really good. Very steady and feel very strong. My numbers have decreased, and the doctors have observed they have plateaued for numerous months, so we're looking at next steps and what changes to make.
Our relationship with Barb's healthcare providers have been very good and really just keeps getting better. Everyone's taken by her winsome spirit and her determination, and they've been grateful and impressed with her results. The ability to choose a healthcare provider without having to follow a network was significantly important to us in the early days. The first month or so, we were all over the place trying to understand Barb's diagnosis, and we dealt with all kinds of different providers. We simply told them we were technically a self-pay patient, and they gave us a discount between 25% to 50%. I think our most recent medical bill total was just shy of $300,000, and CHM shared roughly half of that after we got $150,000 in discounts. On this health journey, I've learned that trial and challenges are part of what God uses to build our relationship with Him. And I'm telling you, I'm more committed to doing the ministry work that God's called me to, of helping men. I want every husband and every dad to be walking with God so that they're able to shepherd their own family through maybe a current health crisis or through one that may be on its way.
During our initial visit with the oncologist, she clearly stated that there was no cure for this cancer and that our only real option was what they call palliative care, and that's a comfort care.
Well, this was very troubling to hear this news, of course, and for me, I had a rough couple of weeks. Then it became clear that Barb's health crisis was not something I could solely delegate to somebody else. For me, it was a wake-up call, and it caused me to step in and take charge of this crisis. I realized that helping my wife to heal was just as much my job as it was the doctor's. So I literally spent hundreds of hours researching and understanding what it would take for Barb to get better. We have a great personal and professional network, so I reached out to them, and I invited them to simply pray, to pray, and to pray. And we filled a calendar with friends and acquaintances who committed themselves to intercede with Almighty God, and they continue to do so toward Barb's healing.
Yeah, Christian Healthcare Ministries has been an amazing blessing and in many ways a partner in this healing journey. And CHM helps the patient, helps our family, helps the doctors do what they need to do and take the next steps. And we are so thankful for CHM.